Aloha everyone, Melvin Gonzalvo here, along with Anna Gonzalez, co-host for Navy Region Hawaii's digital magazine, the Ho'okele. Now we built this show to inform the public and to support our local community.
Now we ask for your support. The Maui wildfires are the worst in U.S. history, with more than 100 casualties and nearly $6 billion in damages.
Now, it's time for Maui to rebuild. On ways that you can help, we've placed a QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to our ohana in Maui. Stay Maui strong. Aloha and welcome to another edition of Ho'okele, your Navy Region Hawaii's digital magazine. I'm Anna Gonzalez.
And I'm Melvin Gonzalvo. It's a new month and a new show, so we have new boats and new books.
Speaking of new, Commander Submarine Forces welcomed its newest submarine to Joint Base Pearl Harbor-HICKAM. Here's Chief Blatchley to tell you more.
The newly constructed Virginia-class fast attack submarine USS Vermont and its crew arrived July 27th. The submarine joins Commander Submarine Squadron 1 in Joint Base Pearl Harbor-HICKAM as its new home port. Let's take a look.
It's great to see the community welcoming USS Vermont. We'd also like to say aloha and welcome to USS Car 11. These additions strengthen our warfighting readiness and help keep us fit to fight.
As we celebrate Women's Equality Day, we wanted to feature Ashley Norman, who published her first book, Grace's Law, a fictional thriller about sexual assault and victim assistance. Her book is currently required reading for law students in the Pacific Northwest. Here's more from Ashley.
My name is Ashley Norman, and I'm an attorney with Navy Office of General Counsel. I work for Navy Region Hawaii, primarily practicing labor and employment law. And before that, I was actually an Air Force JAG for about 9 years. Grace's Law is a fictional novel about a young lawyer named Grace who works at a very big law firm in Washington, D.C. And one day she gets an assignment to do a pro bono case where she's going to represent a young lady who was assaulted by a congressman. My own role as a victims' rights lawyer was the first source of inspiration. I represented over 100 victims of sexual assault in the military as an Air Force JAG. I was a victims' rights lawyer for 3 years. And it's a job that doesn't exist on a broad scale in the civilian world. So I wanted to spread awareness about the role of a victims' rights lawyer. The military was kind of cutting edge with creating that role where victims got their own lawyer. And I hope that the community can kind of gain awareness about this role, and maybe one day it could be commonplace.
What a great story.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Anyways, congratulations, Ashley, on becoming a published author for a good cause.
Next, let's take you to Joanne Hayag on the discovery of invasive species.
Recently, I had the opportunity to speak to Christina Koppenrath, NAVFAC Hawaii's Marine Resources Management Specialist, about the Navy's efforts and partnerships to identify and stop invasive species.
I'm Christina Koppenrath, and I am a marine biologist with NAVFAC Hawaii, and I work in natural resources management. I've spent about 11 years studying sea turtles and working in scientific research, and I've been in Hawaii for about 4 years, and then with NAVFAC Hawaii for about 2. Hawaii is a very special place because it's so geographically isolated. It's the most geographically isolated island chain in the world. And so what that means is that over time, a lot of the species that were native to here evolved to really just be used to the other species that are found here. And when you introduce new species, they might not have a predator that can keep them in check. They might start eating a food that another species relies on, but they kind of throw off the balance there, and they can become really detrimental.
What are some common species that we see today that are invasive?
So one of our major invasive species is the mongoose on island, and those are really dangerous for native birds. So if you ever visit Kaena Point, there's a predator control fence that protects those seabirds that are nesting and their eggs from mongoose, because mongoose will then go and eat the eggs, which is a big problem for our native birds. We also have the coconut rhinoceros beetle. So if you ever see those lantern structures hanging from trees, those are traps for the coconut rhinoceros beetle, and those beetles are really detrimental to our coconut palm trees, but research has shown that once the coconut palm trees are gone, they can actually start to eat other vegetation as well.
That ends our show for this edition. For more stories, visit us on our website at cnrh.cnic.navy.mil or follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Navy Region Hawaii.
You can also follow us on Twitter at NavRegHawaii or email us at ho'okelemagazine@gmail.com. Until next time, mahalo nui loa.
Aloha, my name is Lieutenant Autumn Estrada, and I currently work for Commander Naval Surface Group Middle Pacific. On August 26th, we celebrate Women's Equality Day, and we renew the Navy's commitment to gender equity. We are all responsible in creating a society in which both men and women have equal voices. Mahalo, and thanks for watching.